Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Mad Dog Fishing. Well, I tell you what, tonight we're going to cook up a feast and we're going to do it under 20 minutes. Now, it's been a long, cold winter. I am looking forward to spring. I have just about depleted my fish that I've stocked up on, and I don't hoard a lot of fish, but I do keep a little bit, for hard times, and we're in hard times right now. But tonight we're going to cook up some sheep's head, one of my favorite fish to eat, and we're just going to blacken that tonight. We're going to use some Cajun seasoning, Tony Chachere's. I think y'all seen me use this on some of my other videos. We're going to take it outside and we're going to blacken it. And whether you got redfish or pompano or whatever fish you have, it can be freshwater fish, it can be bass, it can be crappie. It's a great way to cook this fish. It's fast, it's simple, but I like to do it outside because if you've ever blackened the fish, you know it smokes a lot, because what we do is we coat this in butter, and that's what gives it that blackened look, and then we add our seasoning to it. You can use, like I said, Cajun seasoning, or you can use lemon pepper. Any of that stuff's really good. But tonight we're going Cajun, just going to keep it simple. And for our side dish, we're going to have asparagus, Parmesan asparagus tonight. It's really simple, really easy to make, and it's absolutely delicious, and we'll go over that in just a minute. But right now, let's get started on this fish. Like I said, I've already got my fillets, they're dried out. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to melt a stick of butter, we're going to put it in the thing, and then we're going to bathe our fillets in it, take our fillets out, drop them in a red hot iron skillet outside. So guys, stay tuned. Let's get these fillets cooked up. It takes maybe 3 or 4 minutes for these things to cook, if that long. Because you don't want to overcook them because it'll get kind of rubbery. But we're going to get this started, get these coated, and then we'll move on to one of my favorites, asparagus. Oh, well, while I got you here, let's talk about some of the ingredients you'll need tonight. Now, if you have a Pyrex dish, you can cook it in that. I tried to do this video before and I said Petri dish, which is something used in the laboratory. So Pyrex dish, you can get by with it. I don't have one. And we're going to use my little toaster oven tonight because it does not heat the house up like a normal oven does, and it cooks it just as fast, if not faster, and they'll come out nice, tender, and crisp. Now, all you'll need tonight is some ground pepper, some sea salt, a little bit of olive oil, some Parmesan cheese, a stick of butter, garlic. You can use fresh garlic or you can use the pre-ground. Tonight we're going with fresh. And of course, whatever seasoning you want to put on your fish. So, very basic ingredient. Oh God, don't let me forget. You got to have wine when cooking fish. Red wine goes excellent with fish, chicken, steak, desserts, everything. Anyway, let's get started on this fish and see you in a minute. All right, we got our butter melted, and I go with real butter when doing this. Just has a little bit better flavor. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna drop your fillets in it. I feel a few Y bones in there. Worry about that when we're choking on bones. Anyway, all you're gonna do is just stick all your fillets in there. Let's get that out of the way. Literally, you're just bathing it, just coating it. You don't want that butter too hot because you got to stick your hands in here and you got to get dirty. We're going to get dirty a lot tonight because I use my fingers on everything. Because we got to coat our asparagus in olive oil, so we'll be doing the same thing. But that's all you're doing is you're just coating it with butter, and then right before we put it in the iron skillet, we'll take the camera out there and I'll show you that setup, is we're going to cover it really good in this Cajun seasoning. So let's move outside. All right, so we moved outside, and as you can see, I've got that iron skillet blazing hot. All right, we're we're finna put our fillets in there. You're not gonna be able to see me, but I'll put the camera on the pan and just show you how quick these fillets cooked and how we season them. Alright guys, our fish is done. Tell you what, doesn't that look good? Can't wait to dig in on that. Get a little taste. It's good. You can do your fish however you want to. You can fry it if you want to fry it. Just trying to make it simple, less mess, cook it outside. Anyway, moving on to our asparagus. First thing we're going to do is we're going to wash it up real good. Just make sure there's no chemical residue on it or dirt or, you know, maybe the occasional insect. But let's rinse these off real quick. Move our garlic for a moment. And all we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to cut some of the stem off. And like I said, you can use a Petri dish, Pyrex dish. Did it again. And I'm using this little broiler pan that I use for my toaster oven. And like I said, if you got a toaster oven, it works great. It keeps from heating up your house. If you got an oven, you can just do it in your oven. And you can actually also do this on the grill. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the camera in, I'm going to do a lot of talking, but you're not going to be able to see me. And I'll just show you how I'm prepping these things, and we're just going to go through the whole process real quick, and I'll explain to you each step what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to start off, I'm going to cut off the stems. Usually I just cut off enough where they'll fit on my pan. Y'all see that? Have one hit the floor. Now that we got them all cut, just going to kind of spread them out. And what we're going to do, we're going to take some olive oil and just drizzle them in olive oil. Now this is the process where it's going to get a little bit messy. You're going to get your hands dirty. If you have a sauteing brush, you can use a sauteing brush. I just like to get them and just kind of roll them in that olive oil. Make sure they're coated, make sure the tips are coated. And voila. Now what we're going to do, all we're going to do is just spread them out on our little toaster pan here. Let's move this up and out of the way. Just spread them out as evenly in single file if possible, if you got enough room. And just like that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to cut up our garlic. Like I said, you can use already minced garlic. I'm going to cut some up tonight. We're going to sprinkle just a little bit of sea salt on it. And then we're going to top it off with Parmesan cheese. And also a little black pepper. Everything goes with black pepper. I put pepper on everything. So let me get this board cleaned up and then we'll get to cutting our garlic. Alright, we got our garlic minced up. Doesn't have to be super fine. It's about as fine as I could get it. And so what we're going to do now, just going to sprinkle it onto our asparagus. We're going to add a little bit of sea salt. Some black pepper. Fresh ground peppercorn is really good, but we're just going regular pepper. This is what everybody has in their cupboard. So you can just use regular pepper. And then we're going to top it off with the Parmesan cheese. Now what I forgot to mention is you probably want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Sometimes I'll do it if I'm cooking in a regular oven. I'll do it at 400 if I've got the rack set low. But in a toaster oven, if you decide to do it in a toaster oven, 350 is good enough. And all you want to do, you're not going to cook them very long. You just want to cook them long enough to get them tender. More wine. Alright, so let's get them, go ahead and stick it in the toaster oven. We're just going to let maybe 10-15 minutes at max. You're not really like cooking them. You just want the cheese to melt. You want the ingredients to kind of bake in. But really, you just want them nice, tender with a little bit of crisp to them. And when I say crisp, like crunch from the vegetable, you don't want them soggy or overcooked. And we'll check back with you when they're done. All right, guys, I tell you what, man, my place is smelling fabulous. Our asparagus is done. It's hot. Probably not going to be able to just see how great that is. But that's all there is to it, guys. Now you can add rice to this. Coleslaw. Usually I have coleslaw. I don't tonight. I'll probably make some rice to go with this if you like rice. But that's all it is, guys. It's a simple, easy dinner. It's not really messy to make. Get your hands a little dirty, but and it's not a fancy dinner. It's just a simple, 20-25 minute dinner that you can cook at home. Or, if you're down on vacation and you're in one of these little apartments that does have a little toaster oven or a small oven, it's, you can go out and catch your own fish, fillet it out. You can either fry it or blacken it. You can keep it as simple as you want, or you can make it as fancy as you want. I went simple tonight because I got ingredients that most people have: salt, pepper. You may have to pick up a little Cajun seasoning or lemon pepper. But the asparagus, golly, and it's healthy for you too, guys. I went with the blackened because I don't like a lot of fried foods. Fried foods don't agree with me. But you can have fun with this. You can really make it really fancy, or you can keep it really simple. Now, I love asparagus and I love fish. I eat a lot of it, and I love wine, and I drink a lot of it. But guys, that's all there is to it. But we're gonna plate this up, give it a little taste, and hopefully it'll help you, when you're coming down on vacation, or if you're at home, wherever you're at, and want a quick fish dinner. You don't have to mess up the whole kitchen. You don't even have to heat up the whole house. Like I said, if you got a toaster oven, and you can cook every bit of this on a grill too. And we're going to do that in the next video. We're going to do some grilled fish, do some grilled corn, and I hadn't decided what other vegetable we're going to go with it. Then I got a good friend of mine, Tammy. She's going to show me how to make, what's it called?
Poor man's lobster.
Poor man's lobster using sheep's head, and I'm sure we could probably use other fish too. And I am looking forward to that. And I just want to say thank you to my sponsors, Fish Gum, for just standing beside me, and for Beach Power Manufacturing You've seen that surf cart in my videos. It is badass. I'm telling you what. And we got 2 new models that came out this year, and we got a 3rd in the works. It's, you know, we got an ultralight model coming out. We have a 4-wheel model coming out, and we're also in the process of doing a self-powered, assisted power cart for you shark fishermen or those of y'all who like carrying a lot of gear out on the beach. And golly, I'm super stoked. Won't fit in my car, but if it would, that's the direction I go. They're not cheap, but I tell you what, you know, when you're paying for quality, American made is the way to go. And this is guy, he is local, and he just, God, he's a great guy. And I'll put his information link below, you know, if you're interested in a custom built surf cart. Guys, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions about tonight's dinner, I know it's simple, basic, and most of you fishermen probably already know how to cook this, but just in case you need a quick refresher, just really, the asparagus was the highlight tonight. Fish we can cook any way we want. But guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the water.